Now, there was also some unhappiness in the community because Rule 6A was not amended to add gays and lesbians to the affirmative action provision. Is that correct?
We didn't get a huge amount of flack about that from the community.
You got some, is that correct?
We got some, but that was an internal problem with the DNC more than it was a problem in the community.
Well, it's
the press made a big deal of it, but I didn't pay a lot of attention to that.
But it's fair to say that there were some negative press articles, and some members of the gay and lesbian community, some leaders of the gay and lesbian community weren't happy with that.
Yes, but it didn't rise to the level of the desk problem.
It'd be fair to say that Mr. Hitchcock had nothing to do with that.
Objection asked and answered yesterday.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think Donald had much to do with that.
And it's fair to say that okay, and it's fair to say that there remains some lingering unhappiness over how the compromise was worked out on delegate selection.
I don't think that's true. I haven't heard about that one for a long time either.
Okay, and who do you speak to that you either hear this or don't?
Mostly Brian Bond.
Brian Bond. Okay, so your main contact with the gay and lesbian community is Brian Bond.
Well, I have lots of contacts with the gay and lesbian community,
well, I'm
including
asking
people like Andy Tobias, Claire Lucas, some of the people we talked to, Michael Fleming. I haven't had any gay activist bring this up to me in a long time.
Okay, so you're talking about these four people.
I give the credit to that for Brian Bond.
So you're saying that no leader in the gay community has brought up the issue of delegate inclusion in a long time.
That's right. Not to me.
And who did you used to talk to about this issue?
Lots of. I mean,
you can't remember any name?
I can remember the names that I already gave you.
Okay, so Brian Bond, Andy Tobias, Claire Lucas, and Michael Fleming haven't said anything to you about the delegate selection?
Not recently.
And so you take that as being a sign that the gay and lesbian community is happy with it, or not dissatisfied.
Nor have I heard about this at fundraisers where I'm exposed to fairly significant numbers of gay and lesbian activists.
Okay.
Including the one I did last night with the Human Rights Campaign. It never came up. None of these issues came up last night.
Now, if you recall,
Joe Solomon
Andy Tobias is treasurer of the DNC, is that correct?
Yes.
And Claire Lucas is head of the, or I guess co-chair of the GLLC.
Yes.
And Michael Fleming is an advisor to a large donor, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and his particular donor has not given to the DNC since 2004, is that right?
That may be, I'm not sure, but that's certainly possible.
Okay. If Andy Tobias said that was the case, you would have known.
Yeah, I would believe that, that's right.
And it's also a fact, is it not, that there was that you did not support the Gary Shea amendment as you had represented to the Gay Caucus.
That is not true.
Well, isn't it true from the emails that we saw yesterday that Mr. McMahon was saying that you did not support numerical goals of the sort that Gary Shea had proposed in the Shea amendment?
No, that was not a problem for us. That was negotiating postures internal to the DNC.
Okay, so you stated a negotiating posture that was contrary to what you really believe.
That's true.
Okay, and you thought that would be a better way to get to numerical goals for gays and lesbians.
In fact, it was, and it's worked great.
Okay, Mr. Dean, you believed misstating your position on numerical goals, that is, that you were against them, was a good way to get to numerical goals?
I was against them for the purposes of the negotiations because we couldn't get it done. And today we have 47 states that have those kinds of goals, and it's terrific.
Okay, my question to you was, you were stating your opposition to numerical goals for the purpose of reaching numerical goals. Is that your testimony?
No, I was stating my opposition to numerical goals in that negotiation for the purpose of reaching a settlement by which we could have more gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered individuals going to the convention.
Now, it's true, is it not, that the goals are just that? They're not. There's no sanctions that can be imposed if a state does not.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Objection. You asked that identical. Can we get a copy of the transcript from yesterday?
You get a copy of the transcript.
Well.